Once upon a time. Alright, I am back after what seems like a very long time, because it was a very long time. But I have a new mic, so like I know I've been saying it a lot, but hopefully things go smoother. Also, I need help from you guys because I don't really entirely know how to do this, so I need to know if my audio levels are good, if I'm too quiet, too loud, if the show's too quiet or too loud. Let me know in a comment at the end of this. But I'm going to dive into it. Hopefully I'm doing it right. This is Season 7, Episode 14 of Once Upon a Time. Its title is The Girl in the Tower. Let's do it.
Do you know what the stars say today is, Mr. Hatter?
Oh, she crazy. I do like that she's wearing, like, the Alice look.
A very happy birthday to you.
Yes! Where'd you get that cake and everything you have? You look like Emma. I'm getting the parallel. What the what? Naturally. Now, are you just tripping balls? The troll saved her. That's why she sits on it all the time.
I didn't kill anyone. Really, I didn't, I swear.
Tilly, you can trust me. I just want to help you. Just please get in the...
Tilly, probably get in the car.
Don't move.
And then they go fall in love. That's how it starts. Everyone on this show, like, falls in love by threatening violence or actually committing violence against each other. Well, it's not quite a net, but it'll do.
I wanted to see my papa.
And why are you lurking?
Because,
Why is it any of your business?
Wow, so you're the girl in the tower.
I got out of that.
Title of the episode.
So I heard. Kind of new here. Name's Robin.
New Robin. So Nobbin.
Yeah, don't call me that.
Yeah, don't use that name.
Honestly, you should-
How'd you get, like, a winch going like that? Is that magic or electricity making that work?
We need to find out everything we can about my friend, Mr. Sandy.
Yeah,
Wait.
friend.
We need to find out what he's really doing in Hyperion Heights.
Okay.
I can tell you what he's been doing.
Has to stay between us. Kelly can't know.
Kelly can't know what?
Yeah, we're talking in the privacy of out in the open and expect her not to hear.
Thinking of adding lockup for you.
It's like Regina and Zelina have been getting along too much. Like, how can we throw a monkey wrench in this plan?
For me. I hope you'll be able to forgive me, because if I'm going to start apologizing, Henry, you're at the top of my list.
But with the poisoning and all.
I just wish I had met you before I became me.
Awesome.
Look, the police are after us. We need a place to hide for a minute.
How did you guys not cross each other in the hallway?
Just let us in.
Ivy just
Yeah,
left.
of course.
Then you'll see.
The double woodpecker? What?
You're a crazy girl.
Yeah, you noticed.
Put you back where Tilly wanted for murder. I mean, come on, she couldn't hurt a fly.
Really?
Powdered sugar. Did you?
Are you sure that's powdered sugar? She does act like a cokehead. So she had powdered sugar on her sleeve and it didn't brush off in a day? Oh, hey! What's up? How you doing? You good? What kind of door is that? Don't you tape the other side usually? What now? Girl, you shouldn't have gone outside.
Kid? Look, it's me, Tilly. Tilly?
We don't know you.
Sandwiches?
Look, lots of people come in here. I'm sorry, but I don't know you.
You don't have to be a jerk about it.
It must be hard for you.
Being crazy all the time.
It was just me and that bug and a wide open road.
You're in a bug?
Yeah, you gotta explain that. She was in a tower.
Here.
She doesn't know what a car is either. Where's everyone charging their phones in this enchanted forest?
You have a funny way of looking at the world, don't you, Tower Girl?
Oh, she moving fast. That's awfully fast. She's like, hey, we're in prison. What else are we gonna do?
Papa, you're lucky. I never knew mine
Ugh.
when I was a baby.
Everybody's parents are dead or away from them. Because you're fairy tale characters.
Sleight of hand.
Amazing, do me next.
That's what she said.
But hitting that troll is my one shot at honoring my father's legacy. gonna let you stop me.
Wow. You're awful, Robin. I've told you this before.
I knew it. You lied to me. He just called you Regina. He is awake. This isn't business.
Oh,
This is
God.
a date.
Selena,
With him.
stop.
Why would you lie to me, Regina?
Because I'm a full-grown woman who doesn't have to tell her sister everything.
Because I'm a grown-up.
This wasn't a date, it was a distraction. He's in his apartment right now doing recon.
Why couldn't you tell Selena this anyway? I don't get it. Okay, what kind of kid puts their phone in a backpack? Phone should always be in your pocket. Especially when you're in the middle of doing recon.
Unless you ran into Oscar the Grouch, you're not going to find an alibi back here.
You might. Shut up.
And I wouldn't underestimate little girls. I'm Robin Hood.
Okay.
You're the legendary Robin Hood? I thought he was a little taller.
And a dude. How old is Robin supposed to be? This still doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Remember they said 25 at that one point, but how'd she get that old?
She needs to be taken care of.
Did you not hear me?
Don't hurt my
I said
lady.
leave her. I would rather be a troll lover than fight beside a bully like you.
Yeah, we don't like bullies. Turns out you shouldn't get that close to someone with the bow and arrow because they could just push it out of the way. What is going on? You're losing me.
Sometimes I believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. Get in!
You could have believed or thought of something cooler that can go faster than like 50 miles an hour, top speed.
Should have used walkie-talkies. They squawk.
I've been there.
How is it my fault you sent your grandkiddie into a genuine snake pit?
He is not a snake.
Oh my god. You like him.
Have you seen him?
Death card. I gotta show Grandma this.
Probably should have kept my phone in my pocket. Why didn't either of them try to run ahead and like catch Facilier and talk to him for like a few more minutes? They just let him completely leave. He just left his front door standing open too?
What are these?
Darn, girl, you're not making it easy for us.
If I can't remember not doing it, how do I know I didn't do it?
I don't know. This makes things more complicated, but we don't know the full
Why are
story.
you trying so hard to make her be
Assuming my gut,
innocent?
you're not a killer.
You don't know if she did it or not. You're supposed to be a cop. So does Emma just like not have her bug right now? Or did you make a new bug?
I think I remembered what being Robin Hood is really about. Protecting those who need it.
I thought it was about stealing.
This is it, isn't it?
But no, it's just another tower
Yep.
that I took you to.
No, it's not okay. Who in their right mind wants to be a prisoner?
Some
I've escaped
people.
these walls.
Belle wanted to be one.
I'll never be free of it. Like...
Dang, I guess you're free of the tower now.
Alice, you need to stop the troll. Now.
How am I supposed to do that? Just say, hey, troll, stop.
I thought that was your plan.
Look, you may be mad, but you have magic. I can sense it. Alice, the
You can
troll
sense
demon
it?
is you.
She materialized a bug. Of course she has magic.
Escape? Don't you see? It was you all along. You saved yourself.
With a cool troll. It's because she didn't know what a bug looked like back then, or she would have sent that. Don't break the bug. Don't do that. Back before, I was like, why can't we just do construction and tear down the tower? Could have done it too, I guess. Wait, he turned into the creepy, weird troll. I should have put that together, the troll with the bug, duh. You were there for 16 years and you could have just pulled the roof off and gotten out. What?
He didn't see me.
Well, you're kind of hard to miss.
Oh god, you look so nerdy. See, it runs my theory, but I also think this is dumb.
So
You
what
really
was
were
wrong
just
with
traveling? I hate it.
Hey. What's that you're reading?
Alice in Wonderland,
Of course it is, duh.
my favorite.
Almost could say that was a predictable plot point.
We're out of time. I have to take you in. I will find you an alibi, I promise.
Why are you putting so much effort into
think I've
proving the
already
innocence
found
of someone you don't know? Like, try being an actual cop, is all I'm saying.
He saw me.
Did really no one notice that its eye was blinking all along?
See me.
Again, Regina, drinking in her bar. You'd be more profitable if you stopped drinking all of your stock.
I'm so sorry about my sister earlier. She only has one speed. Tornado.
You don't have to apologize for her.
Get it?
And to return this.
Turns out kids are stupid.
These.
Yes. I saw the death card.
That just happens when you draw cards.
You know, Regina, I'm here for the Dark One dagger.
Why not? We forgot about that for a while.
This is your future.
Oh, shoot.
It could be, but only you can choose your path.
You better pick him because he's pretty.
And what choice do I have?
Exactly. There's no choice. He's right in front of you.
Other than to stop you.
Nope, that's wrong. Why is there a troll security camera that no one knew about? Where'd you guys get candles and cake? How does cake keep showing up?
I made you an apology.
Oh, God. Heck yeah. Apology like that?
Go on, then.
You can wrong me and apologize a lot more if you want to.
But I promise to be cards up with you from now on.
Yeah, why'd you even lie? That was pointless. It was just a plot device. There was no real reason for it.
I have feelings for him.
Who wouldn't? I don't blame you.
After.
Okay, I don't approve of this. Why are they mother and daughter? Did they have a little white elephant too?
I guess there really is no place like home, huh?
Heh, quotes.
Sorry.
How about you come stay with me for a while?
Because that's not totally inappropriate for a cop to do at all. Turn your little coffee pot off. You're gonna burn the place down. Is Rogers just trying to get fired? Anyway, the episode starts with Alice. She is in her tower. It's her birthday. And she's all by herself. Lights a little candle. Very reminiscent of, you know, the pilot. And then a troll pulls the whole roof off. Pulls her out. Because that's a development. Basically, Hook just spends all of his time and energy on trying to prove that she's innocent. But why? I don't care if you have a connection with anyone. When you're a cop, you have to investigate it. Like, oh, we have this connection. I don't care. I don't care if it's actually your family and you know it's your family. Investigate. Be a cop. Anyway, he snatches up Alice on the street, though, and he's like, come with me. I'm going to keep you safe while we figure this out. And then in flashback, we see that Alice is peeking through at Hook and Henry with baby Lucy, so we know, roughly what time it is. Robin catches her, actually catches her, in a cage. They figure out who each other is, and then they hear a roar in the distance, and Robin says that it's a monster she's gonna go catch to try and, live up to her dad. And Alice is like, wait, I know that sound. That's a good, it's not a monster. It's a good thing. I'm gonna go save it. Then back in Seattle, Regina's all gung-ho on this, operation with Lucy and get some walkie-talkies and everything. And Lucy's like, hey, we don't need it. It's current year. We have phones. But also what I don't get is why did Regina want to keep this secret from Zelina? That makes no sense. But Zelina hears them talking and being shifty and sneaky, so she's like, all right, something's up. I'm going to follow up on that later. Then we see Henry. Ivy's over at his place. She's being really vague, but mostly confusing because he doesn't know what's going on. She's talking about, getting her sister and being good and being sorry for things and how she apologizes to Henry because she's wronged him the most, but he doesn't understand what that means because he doesn't remember her poisoning him. It's basically just showing that she might actually really be repentant, and then she takes off just as Hook shows up with Alice and is like, hey, we're running from the cops. Well, not Alice, Tilly. Running from the cops. We need to hide inside your place. Then back in flashbacks, Robin's running in the direction of the troll sound. Alice catches up, and then there's this village that everyone's kind of been hurt and is all taking shelter, and I guess their whole village is flattened, so they're all in one room. Anyway, Robin's like, I'm gonna go help you guys fight it, and they're like, no, you silly little girl, you can't help us. And then Alice is like, hey, I got an idea. Let's not hurt it. It's my friend. It's a nice troll. And they're like, okay, she's crazy. And I don't really know why, but they decide to imprison Alice and Robin. Can't girls just be crazy? They're like, how dare you be crazy and like a troll, go to prison. And in Seattle, Hook's talking to Henry about trying to prove Tilly's innocence, but Tilly cannot remember where she's been or what she's been doing, so it's not really easy for them. They tell Tilly to stay put, and they're going to go try and retrace her steps based on the fact that she has some white powder on her jacket, and they're like, oh, you must have had beignets, and somehow powder didn't come off your jacket for an entire day. Also, she's homeless and crazy. assume it's cocaine. Then we go back with Regina, and she's going to go on like a date, get some lunch with Samdi, I think they say, but Facilier. She gets him out of the house, and then Lucy sneaks in because Regina has like taped the door open. Back at Henry's, Tilly's kind of getting bored, so she's looking for books. She finds the Robin Hood book and is like, I'm gonna read this. But when she puts her feet up to read, she sees a little sticker from a grocery store, like a little produce sticker. She goes to the grocery store. She knows everyone there, but they don't seem to know her. And so she's getting really sad-faced that no one seems to remember her. It happens, girl. People meet a lot of people every day. Then in flashback, Alice and Robin are in the jail cell thing that Alice got them thrown in for liking a troll. They kind of just talk about their whole backstories, about how Alice was locked in a tower and how Robin was a bad girl and Storybrooke and stole the bug of the sheriff, and I don't know, just basic relationship building stuff. Robin steals a hairpin from Alice. She gets out of her handcuffs, but she doesn't want to get Alice out because she's like, hey, I want to defeat this monster and live up to my father's name, so you stay in here, crazy. Then back with Regina and Facilier, they're walking out in the open, and Zelina rolls up just when he says Regina. And so she's like, he said Regina, he's awake. Y'all keeping secrets from me, I'm mad. So he's like, look, this is awkward, I'm gonna leave. Regina's mad because she was actually just distracting him, supposedly. She also thinks he's hot. But she was distracting him so Lucy could be inside his apartment looking for, I don't know, stuff. So she starts texting Lucy, and Lucy left her phone in her backpack. No kids do that. Back with Tilly, she's wandering the streets. Henry and Rogers finds her, and she's like, look, no one remembers me. It's basically like I'm invisible. I can't prove where I was or where I wasn't, so this isn't good. And he kind of like walks her through it so she can backtrack and figure out where she was. She finds her backpack in a dumpster and is like, look, this proves I'm kind of right sometimes. So let's go back to Henry's and look inside this backpack. When they do, the hair of the dead people is in there, and she's like, well, crap. I might actually be a killer. I'm gonna run away. Then in flashback, Robin has met up with the group of people who were gonna go kill the troll. She's like, trust me, I'm super cool. You know who my daddy is? Robin's about to shoot the troll, but Alice also got out of the jail, which they really need a better jail. Anyway, she gets out. She's like, don't hurt my troll. Everyone's like, oh, they're troll lovers. Let's hurt them or kill them, or they were surrounding them for the high crime of troll loving. Anyway, they get all desperate. They hold hands, and then all of a sudden, Emma's bug shows up. Yeah, it was very Herbie the Love Bug because ain't no one driving it. They're like, sweet, okay, let's get in it. Let's just go. Let's not question this. Then back in Seattle, Lucy is still nosing around Facilier's apartment. She sees some tarot cards laid out. She's like, I'm going to get a picture of this for Regina. She goes to get her phone. She sees all the texts that Facilier is on the way there. But then, of course, it's like the instant he's walking in. She thinks she's hid from him. She thinks he goes upstairs and just apparently leaves the door open. So she just runs out. Back in flashback with Alice and Robin. Robin's talking about how she stood up for Alice with the angry villagers because she was a mean girl before. And she wants to not be that now, I guess. She also came here and started living up to her father's name and trying that so much it got obnoxious, so she wants to stop doing that too. Alice has given them directions to drive to the tower. They get there. Alice is talking about how she wanted to be out of the tower her whole life because she hoped things would get better. Now that she's out, she knows for sure they're not better, so she kind of wishes she was still in it. They're talking, and then the troll shows up, and they hide, but then Robin's like, hey, wait, hear me out. This sounds stupid. What if you, like, made the troll with your, like, desperate sad magic? Like, the troll's here because it's your birthday and you're really sad all the time. And also a bug showed up out of nowhere. I love how she's like, I'm pretty sure you have magic. It might explain why a bug is here. You think? Who do you think did that? One thing I did kind of like is the troll picks up the bug and is, like, swinging it around. And I didn't even make that connection. Of course, it's the stone troll because the stone troll is holding a bug. But Alice runs out and she's like, hey, thanks, I'm doing great. I don't need you anymore, I'm free. If it's cool, can you stop breaking stuff and hurting people? And he's like, all right, I'm good. I've done my work here. I'm going to just turn into a stone troll and I'm keeping this bug. And then in Seattle, we see that Tilly is at the troll, like saying goodbye to it, and she's going to run away. I don't know, leave town or something. As she's about to leave, she almost gets hit by a car, but then gets pulled out of the way by Robin. But it's like this world's version of Robin, which I'm still really mad about. Are they going to explain why Zelena and this Robin are mother and daughter when I thought you needed a white elephant to be attached parental and child-wise? Remember the whole thing? Like, if you don't have one of those, you can't be parent and child in this world? Explain that, please. Honest to goodness, I think my version was better. I don't like whatever that was. I also just don't like Robin, so that might be playing into it a little bit. Anyway, basically, Robin's like, hey, I'm back in town. You should face your problems. I believe in you. I don't know what she said, actually. I forgot. I'm sure it was something stupid like that. It was just to reestablish that she's in town now. But as she's leaving, Tilly's like, what's that you're reading? And she's like, Alice in Wonderland. It's my favorite. We get it. We get what you're doing. Anyway, Tilly's still there at the troll when Robin, whatever this version's world Robin's name is again, leaves. Hook shows up and he's like, okay, that's it. I gotta take you in now. We gotta go. We can't prove where you've been. And just then, Alice notices that the troll's eye is blinking red and there's a security camera in it and it might prove her innocence. Also, like, why would they go through all the trouble of installing a camera in a stone troll's eye when they could just, like, mount one under the bridge? But whatever. Anyway, we cut back to Regina in the bar and she's drinking, of course, again. To be fair, if I owned a bar, I'd be drinking all the time too, so I'm kind of hating for no reason. But anyway, Facilier comes in, and he's like, oh, by the way, your granddaughter left her hat here, because she sucks at recon. Regina's like, okay, fine, you caught me, but I also know that you had tarot cards with the death card out. Which, why is she that worked up about it? Don't you just draw cards at random? You don't choose them, do you? Maybe he was just in the middle of a rousing bit of tarot cards, and when you knocked at the door. You don't know. Anyway, she's like, who are you after? And he's like, you could have just asked me, but here's what I'm doing. He tells her he's in town for the Dark One's dagger. Okay. She's like, I'm going to stop you. And he's like, wait. This card says the Lovers, so I'm just going to pass that to you. You work that one out. What do you say? He's like, well, you could try to have it all. You could have all the things, including that Lovers card. Catch my drift. Anyway, with Tilly, they look at the security camera from the troll. She was there at the time that that chick was killed, so she's super innocent, but they do have to worry about who is framing her. Then we briefly go back to flashback with Alice and Robin, and they have some cake and a candle, which again, where did they get that? Alice makes a wish, but she won't tell her what it is, but she did look lovingly into her eyes, so I'm pretty sure we can guess what it is. And then back with Regina, she apologizes to Zelena for lying to her about stuff for literally no reason. She explains what Facilier is up to, but she also says that she still thinks she might have feelings for him, which who wouldn't? And that they're never going to keep secrets from each other again, ever. That's a lie. This entire show is based on who's keeping secrets from who at this moment. And then Robin shows up. Kelly's daughter version, though. Kelly talks about how hard it is, how they have to, like, talk to her but can't tell her who they really are. And Regina's like, yeah, I've been dealing with it for a while. And then in the last scene, we see that Tilly is going into her storage container, and Hook shows up and is like, hey, you could move in with me. That's totally not inappropriate. And no one's gonna be suspicious. I won't get in trouble at work at all for, like, inviting a homeless chick to come live with me who is also a suspect in a bunch of murders. This is a great idea. Let's do it. And Tilly's like, okay, that sounds cool. But then again, I'm crazy, so if I think it's a good plan, it's probably not. But let's go. And then credits. This episode could have used a lot more Facilier and Ivy. Just saying. Also, does everyone just forget that Gothel is around? They're just like, I know this is a horribly evil, nefarious chick around, but we don't need to, like, follow up with her. Anyway, though, it was an alright episode. I mean, I gripe about things and am facetious, but can't complain. What did you guys think about this one? If I forgot anything or left anything out, if you guys want to talk about anything, drop a comment. Don't forget to do the things, rate, comment, subscribe. I will catch you guys later. Until next time.